Say, Dada, are you saved or not? I swear he was talking a few minutes ago.
Why don't last us? Nothing. Show me now. What? Were you all laughing when I got my phone?
Here's your ball. There's your ball, and there's your puppy. Get your ball. Super job out there, buddy. Bingo! Bingo!
Lexi, where's my Lexi? Where's Lex? Lex, where is he? Lex, where did Lex go? There's Lex. There you are. Hey, wanna play it again? Look, here comes the blanket. Ready? Where's? Oh. Say that.
Yeah, where are we at? Where are we at, Jamie? There we go.
Oh my God.
Hey, folks, Lester and Jamie here. Happy Father's Day to all of you good dads out there, and to all of you moms who have to also play the role of dad. And that is that well, and grandmas who play the role of dad, and great grandmothers who play the role of dad. And it's sad how that is a growing issue. And I hope y'all enjoyed that little intro to our live this afternoon. I have more video to play a little bit later, but it was a good day for us. Jamie's a little under the weather, y'all. Jamie's not feeling too good. She's a little bit down. She slept most of the day away, but she did make me a delicious meal. Can I talk about what I got for my?
Hold on a second. I offered to cook and to go to the store and do all the things.
No, it was Velveeta cheese with some Rotel. It was, and you know what? I'm completely okay with that. And she said, it was delicious. Okay. And it was a wonderful lunch. And she slept the entire time and then went to the bed and slept longer. And so she's not feeling 100%, but we made do. She did find time to go out and water. It is hot here. I'll let you talk. I'm just rambling on.
I'm like, why are we calling out my day of
I'm playing with you.
Laziness.
I'm playing with you.
No,
that's how we play.
I know, I'm teasing. No, I don't know what's going on with me. I just feel like bleh, no energy, no nothing. And like, I don't know. I guess it was a good day to be 100+ degrees outside because I took it to hopefully recoup and hope that tomorrow is a better day.
I hope it is too. And I hope I don't get sick. Normally the way it goes in most families is if one person gets it, then no matter how hard you try, it ends up passing around. We were actually lucky because I don't know if it was last week or the week before that, the entire Morrow Hill had some stomach bug going around, a 24-hour bug. And Jamie and I were over there in Uncle Dan's house.
They told us.
They're like,
yeah, the past 36 hours have been pretty rough around here. We've all been passing around a bug, and we're both like
Jake and Bree and all the kids.
Spray the Lysol on our faces. Like
Jamie was at the table, and I'm talking to Dan, and he's doing something, and Lou's there, and then Bree announces, "Oh, by the way, we've all been so sick around here," and we're like, and so then all of a sudden you want to like put your hands like just not touch anything, and then you're thinking, I touched the door, I touched the computer, I touched this, Oh, but no, we never got that. So here we are.
No, I just have like a fever, like a very weird, like crazy amount of sweat, then freezing. I'll be fine.
Hey, I have always said that there's nothing worse than a summer cold. I don't know if you feel this. Oh my goodness. Yay. Oh my goodness. My Father's Day wish has half of my Father's Day wish has come true. Half of my Father's Day wish. And I'm going to not keep them waiting. Everybody, let's welcome Ellie and Megan into our live. Let me find how to do this. There. Hey, you guys.
Hey.
Hi.
How's it going?
We're doing good. Just finished the feed up per usual.
Okay. I'll tell you what. Oh no, Megan. Oh my Lord. Megan, go ahead. Let's see that baby. Let's talk about it a little bit. That's hey.
No.
This is one of my babies. I think she got a little hot, so I brought her inside just to kind of watch her.
You know what we should set up, and I don't know why we haven't thought about this yet. We have in the barn dominium a couple of misting fans. Y'all know what I'm talking about? And
Yeah.
we have some blue, is it called oscillating misting fans that we hook up the water hose and a very fine mist of water comes out, of water vapor, really.
Yeah, it
And
just
it
cools
blows.
it down.
And it just, and last summer around this time, we hooked those things up, and all of the babies would gather around the horses, the donkeys, the pigs, and they would just sit there and just stare at each other under that misting fan. Now, I can't remember if the birds ever came under there or not. I mean, Cornholio.
Cornholio did. That's about all I remember. But it cools down the air around it because of the water in the air as well. And as long as it's not in direct sunlight.
Oh, no, it's at least 10 or 15 degrees cooler in that misting fan. And so we have one over here now for our dogs. Tell us about that little thing. Oh my God.
Not that one.
I thought that we were bad. Look at these two, huh?
I know.
So what's the name, Megan? Is it a he or a she, or do you know yet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't you can't really see their combs, and supposedly the males, as they get older,
Yeah.
the males are like that, and then the females are more poofy. So this one might be a girl. I don't know. I need to figure it out.
Well, Ellie can tell you in most bird species, and I hate to say this, but it's true, but in most bird species, the males are a lot prettier than the females. Do you already know about that, Megan?
That the females are not as pretty?
They're not as, they're not as.
Oh, no, it's just a little sad. It's okay.
That's because we get to, in that species, the females get to choose, and the men have to show it all off, and they have to earn it with their looks. So
yeah, that is true. Hey, where's that little honeydew at? Is it
somewhere in the house? She's a free roam house pet. Megan will find her right now.
I hope y'all have a diaper on that little thing, because I know how messy goats can be. I just can't imagine the message y'all can clean up if y'all don't.
We tried, but I don't think she likes the diaper a whole lot. Like, she seems uncomfortable with it.
They can wiggle out of them. We tried it with Shirley. Oh my gosh! Holy moly! She is such a cute thing. How's she doing?
Good.
She's doing good. She's not doing as good as her brother. Her brother was actually hopping around, joining the littles in the feed routine. He was a year old, and he's only 1 week, and he's well above his age, or well ahead of his time.
I already know what you guys named the little male, but have y'all told anybody else yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Just on a live, so it wasn't like a whole lot of people.
I said it today on a live, and Meg said it in a video that may not even have come out yet, actually.
No, it hasn't come out yet.
Well, can I say it? Because I'm going to shake my head and say it. So I'm just going to say that I used to have an opinion when it came to naming animals. And you guys have stripped me of all decision-making when it comes to naming, which is whatever. And so I have to go out there today, and I'm loving that little guy. And if I have to call him Walter Mellon, and I'm thinking, I can't even take this serious. I can't even keep a serious face when I say, hey, Walter Mellon. Jumping around like he's the happiest little guy. I'm like, you don't like that name, do you? He's just jumping. I'm like, you can't like that name. Wouldn't you want to be called something like Maximus? And I'm just trying to put my name off on anybody.
He's not Maximus, though.
He's Walter.
Like you said yourself, he's hopping around, like jumping and playing on Happy Go. He's a melon. He's a melon. He's not a
Walter.
Maximus or anything.
More like a little Mexican jumping bean, really. They're both adorable, and I'm glad that she's doing well for you guys.
You can call him Walt or Mel if you want to call him somewhat.
Every time I think of Walt, though, I think of Breaking Bad. So,
oh yeah, from Breaking Bad.
Walt Disney.
Well, Ellie, I wanted to let you guys know that you and I have talked throughout the day, and I haven't told you about me and Lex. Now, I don't have Lex this year for Father's Day, and I'll have him from the 22nd through the entirety of the rest of the summer. So we're going to get our full 45 days. But I had to go Father's Day without both of my boys today, which was tough. But I'll tell you a funny story about Lex. And Jamie and I have laughed and laughed, but it's not really that funny. It's not funny.
It's funny.
I send Lex a text, and I'm like, call me. I wanted to talk to him. He needs to tell me Happy Father's Day. You know, he needs to tell me something. He better tell me something. So I say, call me. And he never calls. And finally, I text him again. I'm like, hey, well, no, he texted me later about wanting to play Fortnite or something. And I'm like, hey, you never called me. And he goes, oh, sorry, I forgot. And so I'm like, how about a happy Father's Day or something? And he goes, okay, I'll call you later. And I wait and I wait and I wait. And finally I wanted to invite him to our live tonight. So I text him again and I'm like, you never called me. And he goes, sorry, I forgot. I'll have to set myself a reminder. He's going to set himself a reminder to call his dad.
Reminder to call his dad.
When I'm thinking, what are you doing right now? Just call me. No, he'll set a reminder. So he's going to set a reminder to call his dad. You got
penciled in. It's okay.
Yeah, I got penciled in.
I hate to say it, but
no.
It might seem cruel to some, but in reality, I think it would help him understand how you feel. All it takes is forgetting one of his birthdays or having to set a reminder to give him some V-Bucks for Fortnite for him to understand and for it to never happen again.
Yes. Oh, so you're saying teach him a lesson he'll never forget. I want to say, Ellie, and I'll say it in front of you, and I have some video clips. I don't want to keep you guys. I know y'all are busy and you got things going on. Megan, is your dad? You'll talk to your dad today. You make sure you called him, right?
Oh, I called him. Like I think I texted him at like 6 o'clock, and then I've talked to him a few times today.
Okay. Good. I want to make sure you didn't overlook your dad. I got some video clips, and I'm going to play. And Ellie, a couple of these I would like you. Well, it's going to bring back some memories first of all. But I thought you could. Ellie can't focus on anything. He has the most. He is more. What's they call that? Where he's
ADD, like
all over the place.
ADHD.
Yeah, he's something. I was going to ask Ellie to talk a little bit about this video clip I'm going to show and kind of let everyone know what we were doing. Are you ready, Ellie?
Yeah.
This is a funny one. No one's going to. I got to. Here we go. All right, Ellie.
Is that you?
That's me. Yeah.
Do you know what we're doing in this particular video? Because you were probably 8 or 9 years old, maybe 10. You're wearing one of your little football suits. That's Jake there. Do you remember? And we're at Valero. Do you know what we're doing here? Do you remember?
Yeah, a little, like, what was it called? A freeze mob or something?
A freeze mob. So this is a 13-year-old video that I pulled up. And I don't even know if Jamie knows about this, but there was a fad. It was a social media fad when social media first got started called a freeze mob. And what you would do is you would be somewhere in public, and at a given notice, everyone would completely freeze, and you would hold it as long as you could. And so here we were at Valero. Now it was me and Ellie. It was you. It was Jake, and it was Lex with his mom. And we did the freeze mob. And so here goes our attempt at a freeze mob. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
So guys, I want to remind you, the camera is not frozen. There's no trick photography here. Ellie's looking the car pulling up. And at some point, I think that it was Jake or maybe Maria, one of them broke first. And we had to stop. So tell me about that experience, Ellie. You remember that day?
Well, we were very trendy back in the day, so everything that was.
Oh, where's Ellie in there?
What are you doing?
I can't find where to remove this.
Oh my gosh!
They kicked us out. I guess we got stuff to do. Bye. No, I'm kidding. No, we were very trendy back then. So whatever was popular on social media, we had to put our own little flair, little spin on it. So that was just one of many examples. You can go all over my dad's YouTube and find countless videos of us being trendy. If you.
Oh, don't
Megan,
worry.
Were you trendy? Because we were not trendy as a family. Like, we didn't do those things as a family or anything like that.
I mean, no. My brother is always the one who goes out and does weird stuff in public, and I'm the one that videos. But that's not really. I'm
not alone. Like,
I have another one. I have a lot. Hold on. I'm going to scroll through here. I had made recordings of you and Lex. This is you at basketball, Ellie. I played at the very beginning. Oh, gosh. Ellie, you remember this one over here?
I love this one. This is one of my favorites.
Okay, so talk about it, Ellie, before I actually play it.
I don't know how else to explain it other than I was 7 years old at this time, and this is when I first was getting into football, so you had to find a way to kind of make me feel good about myself. positive reinforcement, if you will. And this was it. This was your best attempt.
All right, let's watch this.
Old school players would jump over the top of the defensive line.
So first of all, guys, I can't take out the music. Sorry. The music is just part of the video. And when I go back, I can't take the music out. So
again, that was trending music from 2007 that he had.
That was trending music from 2007. Ellie remembers the year and everything. But the
extend that football out across the goal line and score a TD. Old school, hardcore style.
Look at Ellie.
Yeah!
Remember, I'm model. The proper way. Here goes Ellie's turn.
All I want to say is,
Hold on.
Touchdown!
Watch a little dance. He's dancing. Let's go, baby. I don't know what he's doing here. Oh, he wants to spike the ball.
He just stepped on my phone when he did that.
My flip phone. Oh, my God.
all I want to say is,
Oh, Lord. What are you going to say, Jamie? Be careful what you say.
I hear all the time where you're like, I have no idea what happened to my knee. And I watched you just crush it twice in a video right there. I have no idea what happened to my knee. Clunk, like.
Well, I will say this. It's been a pleasure to be able to be present with my boys. And I would give this advice to any new parent, especially. You know, here's what happens a lot of times, more than what we like to think and admit, is that young adults who have children, they start working for when they get to their 40s and 50s. They want to set themselves up, and they consume their life with work and work and work and work, hoping to have a good future for their family. But what they end up doing is skipping all of those childhood years. And, you know, kids between the ages of 1 and 10, their best friend is their mom and their dad. That's the only ones that they really want to spend time with is mom and dad. But once they turn 10 and older, and then for the rest of their life, there's going to be other things take place of mom and dad. It will be the phone. It'll be the Xbox. It'll be the internet. It'll be the YouTube. And then it will come girlfriends and boyfriends and husbands and wives, and then their own children. And so you really, if you think about it, it's sad. You only have a few years with your children to be their best friend. And so I've been very blessed that I was able to be with my son's best friends during those years. And I know Lex is 12 now, and he's going to put me on he'll put me on a reminder to call me at some point today. So, but you know what? That happens. It happens. And so I have, and I've been blessed to have always had a video camera or something in my hand to record moments. So I can look back and we can reflect and laugh and giggle about certain things. But no, it has been just a blessing living those years where we were best friends, you know. And I guess in life, you always hope that enough time will go by and you're able to stay on this earth long enough to where it'll come back again and you can be your kid's best friend again. So Ellie and I, it's a blessing seeing you and Megan doing what you're doing there in the farm. And it's kind of like the world has come full circle, if you will. Mm-hmm. So do you want me to embarrass you any more before you leave, Ellie, before we say bye to y'all?
It depends. I don't know what else.
Okay, that means yes. That means yes. I think I have one more on here somewhere. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen this.
Embarrass you more than me, probably.
Probably so. So, Ellie, tell me about how old you were here.
I think 8.
Okay. So what Ellie liked to do, and this is one of Ellie's favorite things to do, is he would watch wrestling on TV. And then he would want to go out to our trampoline and reenact whatever he saw of the big event. So on this particular day, Ellie wants to go outside and reenact a match between the overweight guy, which had to be me,
Big Daddy V,
Big Daddy V, and then Ellie want to be the cool guy, Kane. Now, so fine. So Ellie would costume up, and Ellie would go out there, and we would have to do everything that happened in that match, and then we would record it. And then Ellie would come in, and Ellie learned to video edit at that age because he would take all of our video and he would create videos of our reenactment. And so on this particular day, this is the match that we started off at, and then you all be able to see where it kind of turns into. So we would slow-mo, we would do all kinds of stuff that they would do. Look how different the land
I was
looks.
thinking the same thing, like to like pin where everything is.
I'm not gonna make you watch much more, Ellie. I know this is embarrassing.
It's the exact same spot as where it's at now. Because G and Papa's is still right there in that top right corner.
So Bree's house is missing. Jake's house is missing. Dan's garage is missing. If you
Dan's house is different. It's a different Dan's house now.
Well, Jake and Bree were living in what you see as Dan's house.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of things have changed. And then, of course, now the trampoline is the same trampoline in the same spot, but now we have shrubs that grow around it. We built the skirting that goes along the bottom of it.
The garage.
We have the garage that's behind it. And of course, we have all of the high rope maneuver stuff that we built so you could do your high jumps.
Yeah.
But no, we have had some really neat memories. And how blessed am I, like you said, to have a YouTube that goes back so far before we were making videos for anyone to watch, just videos for us to watch and to have kind of an archive of really neat and fun moments.
Someone said that Kane, the wrestler I was, is the mayor of Knoxville, Tennessee in real life. Which is true. He is actually.
Wouldn't that be hard to take him serious?
That's what I was just thinking. I'm like, how do you even like?
How do you do that?
Yeah, like how do you like? No, I'm not Kane. I'm, Bob Jones or whatever the heck he is. Like
Glenn Jacobs. How are you, Glenn Jacobs? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I mentioned it's hard for people to take him seriously, but yeah, those are really fun memories during our childhood. You feel like there's no reason it ever has to stop. I know what you're going to say is, yeah, Ellie, your knees.
We want you to go to the trampoline and wrestle now.
But I would like to think that I can at least somewhat practice what I preach, because even in my 20s, I've still made those same videos with my cousins. I have like 4 videos on my page of us doing wrestling skits, and we took it up a notch. We actually created our own story instead of just copying a WWE one. So
taking it up a notch.
Yeah.
Well, we always had fun, but no, leave me out of that, Ellie. There's some things that I don't mind looking back and just watching and laughing, because I remember. And you wonder, it wasn't.
He only has one good knee, Ellie. You can't take out his other one.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I know, but wonderful memory, son, and it's always been fun. You've always been a really, really fun kid to be around, and now you've grown up to be a fun young man to be around. And Megan, we're very blessed to have you as a part of our life as well. And then thank y'all for all that y'all are doing over at I'm a Survivor. It takes a huge weight off of our shoulders to show up and see the barns are so clean, the animals. This is going to sound bad, but I'm a little jealous, and I said this before. The animals don't come running to me, which means they're not hungry, and they've received plenty of loving. And I'm like, come on, man! No one needs me around here anymore. I'm no longer needed.
That's funny.
Where's Ellie going?
I don't know what's happening.
It's okay. Well, Megan, we're gonna let you guys go now.
Oh, don't let you do that. He specifically said don't let you. I think he's gonna bring you another one of our Mary Poppins bag animals. I don't know. We've got way too many animals in this house right now.
Another animal. You know what? I thought he had to go to the restroom or something.
I was like, is
I hope
he gonna
he's
throw
okay.
up? I thought that I
I
was
don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He's got everybody startled in this house. 10 seconds. What are you doing?
10 seconds.
Oh,
He's putting on a wrestling costume right now.
Oh my
no,
God.
he's not. No, he's bringing you the cutest thing in the world.
Aw. He's cute.
This is our most precious, delicate white kitty cat right here.
What's that one's name?
Noodle.
Noodles.
Oh, that's Noodle.
Noodles.
Yeah, you guys are going to they're gonna refer to y'all as crazy animal people, right?
We already are.
They'll be making phone calls about y'all. There'll be people showing up to visit and doing welfare checks and everything
I just
else.
realized that that's 3 animals named after food. Are you going to keep the
Oh
food?
Lord, they got a food.
Oh, I did.
So I have a thing.
That is kind of a make.
That's a me thing. It definitely is. I try to name all animals after food if I can. It makes me really happy.
Hey, whatever works.
Well,
kind of cross-eyed a tiny bit.
Oh, he's adorable.
oh, he does. Have a little cross-eyed.
He only goes away when he gets close to the computer.
Well, you're scaring him, Ellie. It's probably freaking him out right now.
Oh no, not Noodles. Here's my key.
All right. Well, he's adorable. All right, we won't keep you guys. Thank y'all for jumping in and saying hi to us.
Have a
And,
good night, y'all.
Well, of course, happy Father's
Happy
Day.
Father's
and
Day.
I'm
Thank
excited
you.
to be able to celebrate with you and Lex whenever we're all together. That's the reason.
Yeah, we'll have our special event. We'll have a special moment when we get everyone together. All right, son. We love you, Megan. We love you, and we will.
We
See
love
you
y'all
guys
too. Y'all
later.
be safe.
All right, thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
All right. Well, that was nice to have Ellie and Megan jump in there.
Yeah.
And I didn't embarrass Ellie too bad with my videos.
No.
I didn't think he'd be embarrassed, but yeah, Father's Day is fun, and it's really neat to be able to have those memories. And thank God for YouTube, right? I mean, think about it, because obviously, you know that during Hurricane Harvey, I talked about this before, I lost all of my pictures, all of my videos. I had, my computers and everything flooded. I had a lot of stuff on disc, DVD, and CD. We used to save, that's how we would save our stuff in those days.
Mhm.
And I had totes, actual totes full of all of those things that, the stupid Lester was not thinking when that water was rising. And
Well, how could you think of all of that?
I know. There were so many things I did not think about until after the fact. I've talked about this before, and I feel like I'm the only one talking in today's live, and there's someone keeps saying it over here too. Let her talk.
I don't feel great today, so I'm happy that you're taking this on,
Yeah.
because I'm sort of just like, I'm here.
So this is a life lesson that I learned after Hurricane Harvey, when that water was rising, and you saw the water getting deeper and deeper, and then you knew that there was something bad was about to happen. So I remember that I went down and helped Uncle Raleigh and Aunt Joanne, and we were trying to get Uncle Raleigh at that point, he had electric wheelchairs that he was trying to put upstairs. My God, that thing was heavy. And so he couldn't do a lot. So me and Joanne was trying to lug those wheelchairs. He had two of them up to the second floor of his home. And then he wanted to move all of his tractors and equipment and all of his valuables down towards closer to the road. Now at that point, the water was already around the houses. So we were driving through water that was probably knee deep. But we spent so much time moving equipment and moving things to the road. My lawnmower, my four-wheeler, everything that I could, ended up to no avail, because everything, even all of the church, was flooded as well. So we ended up losing our tractors, and they lost their RV, and everything was ruined. But in all of that rush to move furniture higher and stacking things up and packing things, you did not, this is the horrible part. I remember that in my mind, I was trying to save the things that cost me the most. So I spent so much time trying to move the mattress higher. The mattress, I remember I had worked summer school one year to buy me a more expensive mattress. And I did not want that mattress to be ruined. Sheesh. And so you're sitting there trying to find the things that cost you the most and save those.
And not thinking about the things that didn't
the
cost you
irreplaceables,
dollars, but were absolutely priceless. Yeah.
All of my pictures, all of my stuff that I'll never be able to replace. And so if it wasn't for YouTube and those videos that I had loaded to YouTube, then they would all be lost forever. And so how a lot of people who lost a lot more than we did in Hurricane Harvey. And thinking back now, man, I could replace the mattress. I could replace everything, but wish to Jesus I had a chance to look at some of those old pictures and some of those old videos. And it's a life lesson, because if it was to ever happen again, my priorities would be very, very different of what I would try to, So obviously, you got animals now. God, could you imagine with as many animals,
in that type of crisis where you had hours? I think that we're versed enough to know our animals enough, but they're still in an hours situation where the animals are going to be spooked already. I just don't know how we would be able to do it and make it all happen safely. Is like when I think about that, like in a hurricane situation where we know one's coming, we can plan and strategize based on what it's going to be like. In a flood situation like Harvey, where you had no warning and all of a sudden the dam was going to be released and you had hours before 6 foot of water would cover your property. I just can't imagine like hours. like that minuscule amount of time, and how you sort. And I just we would do it, but I don't think that we would remember what we did. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. Leanne Mathis, stop it. I'm just going to say stop it. I deleted your comment and I'll delete you next. People want to start arguing about Jake, and we're not having that. This is not about Jake. There's a lot bigger things going on right now than Jake. And so, Leanne, I deleted your comment, and I'm going to ask politely to you to stop starting all of that nonsense in the comments. Jordan Lee says, Lester, that makes me so sad for you, but thank you for the lesson if I'm ever in that situation. And Jamie just said it, I guess we all kind of have our own little bug out plan for a just in case scenario, but have I ever told you the funniest story about something about Hurricane Harvey with all of my prepping and what I never, y'all want to hear another funny story? I'm not trying to laugh, and everyone, thank you for appreciating to stop all that nonsense. Guys, just it's proper etiquette. When you join a live, you go along with the conversation. You're welcome to ask questions. That's great. And if we're able to read along, then we'll by all means answer questions and stuff. But it's not your agenda. If that makes any sense. Did I say that correctly? This is not your agenda. You can't bold and highlight and cap and repeat yourself over and over. This is not a screaming and crying for attention contest. This is our life, and it's our Father's Day we're celebrating. That was my son who I was enjoying talking with, and all some folks want to do is argue back and forth about Jake. I'll stop. So I used to, this is long before I had met Jamie, but I've always kind of been a planner and a prepper, not to the extreme of like burying school buses and putting compartments to live in and all of that. But I've always done a little bit of prepping. Jamie and I both kind of do some prepping now. We both enjoy, Jamie's doing the canning and the pickling and all the crazy stuff with food and the freeze drying.
By the way, that's all I ate today was pickles. That was it.
And so, my prepping was crazier stuff. I would buy like when I had paydays, I would buy like the big 20 pounds of beans, the big old 20-pound bags of rice. And I was always thinking of more like staple foods to have that could last in case of some kind of a horrific situation. But the funny thing of all that I prepped for, solar powered batteries and chargers, and man, I prepped for so much. And I had me a suitcase that I kept under the bed. And it was one of the big suitcases. And it had a lot of my prepping stuff in there. And then I had a tote where I had my beans and my rice and all of my food items, salt, and all the condiments. And get this, I never prepped for flooding. And so, so coming home from Hurricane Harvey with all of the mess that you had to clean up, and then realizing that, whoops, under my bed was all of the things I had prepped for, and none of those things were any good. But the sad thing is, don't forget, it was a warm time of year, and those beans had gotten wet. And by the time I got around to pulling out that tote, it weighed 10 times what it weighed before. So what was a 20-pound bag of beans now weighed probably 200 pounds. And I pulled it out and I opened it, and oh my God, the little beans had sprouted and they had popped through. It was a paper bag that they were in, like a big old thick paper bag. And yes, it looked like a giant chia pet. And I couldn't even drag it out the door. I had to get a little cart, a little wheel cart, and wheel that out the door.
Like a dolly?
A dolly. I had to dolly those chia pet beans out the door, and I leaned them against a tree. And I remember they sat there for probably 2 weeks growing, and they, like
that would be so cool.
Like a school project.
Yeah, that would be so awesome.
It was like
the chickens would love it.
Yeah. Well,
they would totally get down.
But man, yeah, the things that you learn. So
somebody says, I can't imagine what that smell would be like. I wasn't there for that, but I will tell you that Lester is very blessed in he lost his sense of smell. So all of that disgustingness that you can smell, I can smell it just thinking about it, like y'all probably can. He was so blessed to not have to smell any of that and work through all of it. Now he still can't smell anything. I'll be like, do you smell that in here? And he's like, no.
So yeah, you will tell them how I lost my sense of smell from all of the stuff I was breathing, from all of the horrible things we were cleaning,
Yeah.
the insulation and the
dust, the
all
mud,
the
the
dust
mold,
from the man. Yeah. And so, no, that affected me. I lost my sense of smell and lost my sense of taste. Sense of taste has come back. I can taste things now. I don't know if I can taste as good as I did at one point, but I did, man. Yeah. So to this day, I have no sense of smell. So
one day we came
which is
inside.
why I hope you let me know if I need to put on some
I
deodorant
do.
or some cologne.
We came in the house and I'm like, why does it smell like a dead mouse in here? And because we have cats, we have dogs, like it would be so strange for, the smell of a dead mouse, like that's in your walls and you just switched from heat or air and it like fills your house. Yeah. Well, we walked in, I was like, oh my God, I smell it. What is it? And I'm going around, I'm smelling vents and walls and everything else. Somehow, the burner on the stove was turned and the gas from the stove had been on. And that is what I was smelling. And he had no clue whatsoever. So it was not a dead mouse. It was propane and we could have died. And it was scary as heck. And well, lesson learned on that too. Went ahead and put locks around all that situation.
Good thing we don't smoke and lit a cigarette up or something and just boom.
Yeah, terrible. But
yeah, and I had
smell
no
is
idea.
important.
I had no idea.
True.
Anyway, well, we didn't mean to keep anybody, and we didn't have a whole lot to say. We wanted to just wish you all a happy Father's Day and come on and just thank y'all for thinking about us, and all the kind things you're saying over here now are so sweet. Anything you want to talk about, like as far as upcoming or anything big in the world or in the news or in our news?
There's a lot of big things this week that are going to be shown in videos, I think.
Yeah.
I had a near-death experience this weekend.
Mm.
Lester videoed it from afar.
Are you talking about with Santana? Yeah, we actually both got video of that, different perspectives, and Jamie was right up in the mix.
Yeah, so that's going to be a fun one to share.
They're not going to be happy with my version because I was actually mad at you. I haven't shared this with you yet. But can I just talk about it now?
Apparently so.
I mean,
that's
we might
where
as
we're
well.
going.
Well, since everyone else wants to talk about animals, animals can be very unpredictable. And whereas most of us learn to read behaviors in, the animals that we spend a lot of time with, sometimes they can still be unpredictable and catch you off guard.
Very much so.
So we're lucky that we've never been hurt seriously by any of our animals. But sometimes the larger the animal, the more dangerous, the longer the horns, the sharper or the longer the talons, the more PSI they can punch when they kick, the scarier it can be. And you really do have to have your head on a swivel at all times. And I'll just say that from my perspective, Jamie had gone out to the pasture to spray the horses with the fly spray. And what I saw from my angle was a charging Santana. And I will let Jamie's video tell you the rest. But it was a moment where I screamed, and my natural scream came out like an old woman. And I thought I could scream like a my age man, like Jamie or something. No, it came. And I don't know where that noise came from.
The thing is, though, from my perspective, I was nowhere near. So like it's going to be interesting to see the two separate videos of that whole ordeal.
You were not near, but how fast did she gain ground on you? Think about how fast. Did you just roll your eyes at a raging longhorn and how fast she gained ground?
No.
Well, anyway, I haven't built my video yet.
I did. Mine plays tomorrow.
Oh, yours plays tomorrow. Ooh,
yeah.
I can't wait to see it. And then you'll see my perspective of the exact same thing.
No, but it'll be interesting to watch the two perspectives. I always thought like, oh, we should combine them. But then I think to myself, like, the way I saw it was way different, which is probably why you were so freaked out. And yes, I was freaked out, but not to your extreme. Like, I wasn't panicking. I might have hit a little, but it's fine. It'll be fine. The other thing that happened this weekend is I had pre-named the boy goat at I'm a survivor because they were taking too long for my
Yeah, you can't
for
wait.
my liking.
You can't wait 3 days to name a baby goat. Baby goats need a name like
Baby
ASAP.
goats to me, I'm like all in, and so I spent a lot of time with Sir Walter before he was Walter. So you'll see that in my video. I even call it out. I'm like, listen, I don't care what they're calling him, but this is what I'm going to call him. And this is my why behind it. So I got to spend a lot of quality time with him, which was really,
He's a cute little guy.
Oh, good for the soul.
And yeah, as far as goats go, there's still more goats to have babies. It's a lot of it happens, y'all. Nature has a way. Nature has its ways. But we'll have more babies to come. I promise you that. But I do think that Ellie and Megan are going to keep the little female, continue to bottle feed her, and the little male is out in the pasture with mama. I'm hoping that we can eventually bring those goats over here to Longhorn Lester's. We have so much more to eat here. And I know that Pawpaw gave those to Ellie and Megan for the sanctuary, but the sanctuary, don't forget, I mean, they only have grass to graze, and they really do need, I think, more to be
especially
healthy.
In the summertime.
Yes.
Especially in the summertime.
So,
when there's so much heat, their bodies need extra fuel to cool off, believe it or not.
yeah. Isn't that the craziest thing? You need to eat to cool off.
That's what I tell myself too. I'm eating to cool off.
Yeah. So we're it's hard though. Ellie and Megan fall heavy in love with their animals, and they don't want to give them up easily. And I'm like, do it before you attach, because once you attach, it's going to be even harder. And now they have one that has babies and another one about to pop. So yeah, we'll see. But someone says Bree's bringing her goats for the summer camp, and that's not a question. And I didn't know Bree had talked about that yet. But yes, Bree is bringing her goats to summer camp, and I think she's doing it tomorrow. So that will be a Brienne video. I don't want to take away from Brienne's content, and that's been really hard. And that's another reason why I don't want to talk a lot about Santoro. It's just unprofessional to take someone else's content. And so obviously if I'm involved, then I have my perspective on things, and Jamie has her perspective. And so we, as video creators, we grab video, but it's not our place to discuss details on things that's not really our content. Yeah. So you kind of have to go to the source. That's kind of like asking for the cliff notes of a college class. And who would ever do that? Who would ever ask for cliff notes instead of having to go to the source? Oh, you would. I think we've all done that. So no, if y'all need information on what's going on with our little Santoro, then you need to go to Jake's channel to find that information. And information on Brienne's goats or Amy, then you go to Brienne's channel, because that's the content creator, and those are the ones who have the right to make that their content. And so it's not really fair to have everyone talking and discussing things that you saw this, you saw that, you saw that. I mean, you're giving cliff notes. You're allowing other folks to take the easy way out.
It's like an AOL chat room back in the day.
It is like an AOL chat room. You remember those? Yes. Gosh, Jamie.
I probably was a lot younger and used them for different things than you did. Why are you so stunned there with that? Like, you're speechless right now and turning red. Why are you turning so red?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's from sunburn. Oh, I did get some really new hats in the mail. So a lot of folks were very upset with the way that I don't take care of my skin. Yeah, I thank y'all. I really do appreciate the motherly types who can look and say, listen, you're not taking care of your skin. And I've received two hats that I've opened. I've received some really neat t-shirts this week, and I've tried to include those in videos. But yeah, the hats were pretty much from two different people that both agreed that they don't like seeing me wear these kind of caps in the sun because it doesn't do anything to protect the back of my neck or my ears. And so yeah, I've got some cool hats now. And thank y'all.
You're still blushing.
I'm trying to change the subject, and you're not really letting me here.
All I'm saying is, like, I was in about 8th grade-ish around AOL chat room time.
Oh, so this is funny. So Dr. Cochran sent a text. She was reading. Dang it. I didn't stick that up here.
I saw it too.
Dr. Cochran was reading some of the comments on her video, the one that we made with her and the shorts. And someone says, hey, you should include the camouflage shorts with your merch this year. And Jamie kind of sent the little eye roll. And she goes, don't give him any ideas. Yeah, the face palm. Don't give him any ideas. And but no, talking about merch, we don't talk about merch. We're not one of the channels that do that year round and all that kind of stuff. That's we make videos and we share videos, and we're blessed to do that. We don't want to consume our page with links to merch for this and links to merch for that. And nothing wrong with the channels that do that. That's just not who we are. But we do merch 4 times a year, and so our summertime merch is coming up pretty soon. But we work with the same merch folks who we trust and who do really well. And so we're actually waiting for them because they've had some issues in getting things ready. So don't worry, our summertime lineup, I sound so dumb. No. The summertime lineup is coming.
I have a call with them tomorrow, so I'll be able to update more on Time Out Tuesday of kind of where we stand. But we're trying the same company, but a different way that things are listed and things like that. So
look at Amy. I like camo stuff. I like the shorts.
Everyone loves the shorts. Dr. Cochran says they're the most comfortable shorts she's ever put on her body.
No, so in real life, this is going to sound dumb, but I'm wondering if you could ask Custom Ink when they call about a camo shorts. They have to be elasticy waist with a pull string, and we could put maybe the logo, either the Longhorn Lester or the I'm a Survivor, like in the bottom corner or something. That would be hilarious. Now, do you think that they would look at you and would they face palm? Would they roll their eyes at that suggestion?
I'm face palming.
I'm asking here. I'm curious if you would actually consider buying a pair of camo shorts, elastic band, cotton camo shorts. Jamie, I don't have my glasses, but is people, are they saying please?
If they have pockets, yes, they would be totally in if they had pockets.
Have pockets. Jamie, then you need to find out and see if our merch people will do that. And then if anyone does them, you have to email me a little snippet of you, and we'll do like a fashion show. I can put all the snips of you guys modeling your merch, and then I'll put some music, and we'll all have our own little, like, what do they call that? The catwalk.
In your camo.
Well, whatever they can do. If they do a t-shirt,
those shorts were bought. Do you remember why?
Yes, because I had bad shoulder and I could not put my belt on, and so my shoulder. When you're a one-armed man, the way I was, and this arm does not work, you can't do everything with your right arm. You can do some stuff with only one arm, but not everything. And so I was literally I couldn't put my own belt on. I couldn't button my pants.
I ordered 2 pairs of camo elastic shorts for him because if you recall, his most favorite shorts on earth were a pair of like cargo-y camouflage shorts that he ripped before.
Yeah, they ripped.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna buy him some elastic ones, and then we're just gonna graduate into them, and then they can become, house shorts at some point in time. I didn't expect him to wear them every time that they're clean.
Listen, she doesn't. Jamie washes. I find them shorts, and those are the only ones I wear.
He'll be like, do those clean yet? I'm like, I do laundry every day. The most that they're ever dirty is like 12 hours. That's it. This man wears them all the time. In fact, I can't believe you don't have them on right now because he had them on earlier today.
Well, they got sweaty outside, so I changed for the live.
Not even kidding.
I took a shower and changed to make sure I was presentable for you all. Fanny pack. Yeah, I do the fanny pack too. We have fun, and those shorts are very comfortable. And like I said in my video, I was not making that up, that sometimes you get to an age where you don't really care. You just go for comfort. It's comfort over the way you look. And you like, you know what? I'll go for comfort anytime. That's why I wear them Crocs. People may laugh and roll their eyes, but I'm thinking that they're comfy, y'all. And if they're comfy, I'm going to wear them.
Well, the other camo shorts didn't work out. So there were 2. There was these. And then do you remember what the other ones looked like when they came out of the package?
No.
That's because you put them on in the bathroom the first time and you're sitting there brushing your teeth. And when I walked in and I tripped because I could not believe that you had those on.
I don't know why. I can't remember. Were they elastic band?
Yes.
And
you legitimately don't remember?
No, Jamie, I don't remember what I had for lunch yesterday. I know
Let's just say they didn't cover a lot. At all.
Wait, you almost tripped.
Yeah, because I couldn't believe what the heck was on your body. And I was like, what are those?
Oh, were they really tight?
And
Oh
short.
gosh. Oh yeah, I do remember those. So I thought they were.
You know, like those like European workout shorts that are like booty shorts for men that they wear, probably like
the Europeans probably still wear those, and they're not awake right now, so they don't. No one's reading.
But you
right
know
now.
what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I know the European look.
And I'm walking. I'm a survivor. We have a big old bathroom, and you would turn around the corner and come in, and there's our bathroom mirror and our thing. And I look and I see parts of Lester that I've never seen before.
Oh, whatever.
And hanging out.
Stop it! You're being gross. You're being like really like vulgar
no,
right
I meant
now.
like your behind, like your
Jamie,
butt cheeks.
okay.
I meant that. I've seen the rest of those parts. I just have never seen your behind hanging out of anything.
She's exaggerating. Jamie can exaggerate with the best of them.
Anyway.
That embarrasses me. Okay, that's kind of embarrassing me. That's why I'm all red again.
Anyway, I was like, "Are you gonna wear
men's
those?"
version of Daisy Duke, says Sherry.
They were
Sherry says
straight
that's like a
up
men's
Daisy
version
Dukes.
of Daisy Duke.
And I was sitting here thinking to myself, like, I wonder what they would look like on me. And then I was sitting here thinking, like, no, I'm not gonna do that to myself. But I think that they're still at I'm a Survivor in those drawers. Now that I think
well,
about
you know
it.
what? I'm gonna have to go find those, and next time I go to the vet, then that is what I'll be taking with me.
Oh my god.
That's fun. This afternoon we played. Now, of course, we already shared it with you guys on my Friday live. My favorite video of my dad's from the entire year. He's turning into quite the YouTuber. For a 78-year-old man, he's quite the YouTuber because he had an incident where he sat down. My mom got some new chairs for her little sitting area. And she's sitting there doing comments for her channel. And my dad comes to hang out, and he sits down in one of those chairs and can't get out of it. And I'm so proud of him for keeping the camera rolling. If I've ever taught anybody anything about video creation, it's keep the camera rolling. Keep it rolling at all times. And mom and dad have missed so many amazing moments that are not, it's one thing to tell somebody about what happened, but it's something else to actually capture it with video. And my dad, he kept the camera rolling, and it turned out to be really cute and funny.
I was watching it the other night, and I was in the next room, and I was dying laughing. And he's like, "What? I'm like, "You have to see this video that happened to your dad." And the first comment probably is what also helped me like get into that mode of laugh. Is the first comment in the video was like, "That chair wanted to eat Pawpaw for lunch."
Yep, it did eat Pawpaw for lunch.
Oh, I laughed so hard. I have laughed every time, and I think I've watched it at least 11 times now.
Yeah. Well, YouTube, I was not able to put that on YouTube because it was screen recorded off of YouTube, and they will penalize you for that.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get my page penalized. So I did screen record it from Pawpaw's YouTube and put it to Facebook, which they don't. Those guys are in such competition. They don't care.
Yeah.
Whatever YouTube's mad about, Facebook will allow it, and then vice versa. Because they're in such competition.
If you're on YouTube, though, you can go to Pawpaw's page and see
it.
Yeah, it's called Help Me Gigi, something like that.
Yeah, it's Pawpaw's video, and it's called Help Me Gigi. But this particular part did not happen till the very end. And my dad can make some long videos. I don't know how long that darn video is, 30 minutes.
It's worth it. That's what I'm going to tell you.
At the very end is when the funny part happens. But what I did was I took that little funny segment and I put it to Facebook this afternoon just to give us all a good laugh. And just me and my mom have laughed about it over and over. And even my dad is a good sport with everything. So
God, it was funny. It was so funny.
So, well, friends, I really do think I'm ready to wrap it up. If Jamie is, we've exceeded our hour, or we've gotten to our hour mark. But we thank y'all for hanging out with us and spending time. I hope that you moms who act and play the role of dad enjoyed yourself today. And thank you for doing what you do with your children and for spending time with them. For your grandparents, don't forget that you only have those 10 years of those grandkids' lives to be their best friend. And we're gonna lose them all. Now, hopefully they'll come back around. You know that's true. You haven't felt that way with Xander? You don't feel like you went through a time when you kind of lost him, and all you do is hope that you live long enough for him to come back around?
Yeah.
I think that Ellie was probably 12 or maybe 13 when I'm just going to put lost, because you lose them to middle school. You lose them to what's cool. You lose them to everything. And parents are not cool. Now, you may still continue to go to their football games or
Doesn't
basketball
matter.
games, or you may be as big a part of their life as you always were, but they don't really care to be seen with you or be around you. Now, if you've never gone through that, well, you're blessed.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
have.
I haven't gone through that. I used to tell people, like I have a son. I haven't been cool for 2 years, and I don't know when when I'll come back. But I think it's back though. Xander calls a lot.
Yeah, Xander's good.
And but there were a few years where I was not it. I can tell you that.
No, that's what I always hoped, that I would live long enough to where they would come back. And so Ellie has finally made the circle, and he's come back to Dad. So I think that he and I get along real well now, and we're doing great. Lex is at that age now where now he's having to put me on a reminder to call me.
Yeah.
And it's darn near 9 o'clock, and I ain't got a phone call yet. So I may not get to chat with Lex, but he'll be here in a couple of days, and he's going to pay for it. That boy's he's going to pay for it. So I'm kidding.
Excellent.
Well, we thank you guys. We love you very much, and we're blessed to have you. We're just so darn blessed to have you a part of our lives, want to spend time with us. And
thanks for loving us.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day to y'all.
Yep. All right. Well, I will go ahead and end the broadcast. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play my video one last time.
Are you saved or not? I swear he was talking a few minutes ago.
How young Ellie was when you got pulling his hair. There's Jake and Elijah and Ben. That's Ian. Here's your ball. There's your ball. There's your puppy. Get your ball.
I bet you're right.
Super job out there, buddy. Bingo! Bingo!
Lexi, where's my Lexi? Where's Lex? Lex, where is he? Lex, where did Lex go? There's Lex. There you are. Hey, wanna play it again? Look, here comes the blanket. Ready? Where's? Oh.
Whoops.
That song is called Ghost, and it's from an artist. His name is Stephen James, and he's actually asking for people to share his music. So he doesn't have a copyright on it. I'm able to use it, and I love the song. Jamie may not admit it, but she loves it also.
I do.
And she walks around singing it half the time. And so I've kind of made it part of my daily routine to find at least a segment of video to include it on. Have you noticed that?
I have.
Other people have. And so every video that I put out, I'm going to find a segment of 1 minute to play that song because I like it. Yes, I know. Look, hold on. Is this a Texas goodbye? Linda? Yeah, I can't find it. Yes, Linda, this is a Texas goodbye, but I will leave you now. I will. Yeah, and Linda, that was funny.
Bye,
Bye,
y'all.
guys.